Hey everybody, welcome back to the Version 1 broadcast here for the post show. We're sitting down alongside Gimmick, who has had a masterclass of defense this past weekend, but it can also show he can do it on offense. Gimmick, obviously, welcome to the broadcast. Appreciate you taking the time after a tough loss. We're going to touch on it very briefly so we can focus on the more positive things. But the bigger thing that I want to focus on is just you in general. Your play style has been very unique to me over the course of your career, and I'm seeing it develop and take another step here with version 1. Can you talk to about what your individual focus has been on the team itself and what you're trying to accomplish?
Yeah, I mean, with Comm, I feel like I definitely felt like I needed to switch something just for like his sake. Like, I know he's a playmaker, so like, I feel like my main goal should be to always be there for his passes or like always finishes like his shots that he maybe missed or something, but just always being there for like support for him. And Torment's been playing a lot of offense too, so I also kind of like try and do it for him too. But sometimes it's harder though, obviously. But
Yeah,
yeah, I just feel like I feel like I need to be more of a support player, just not like the one that just scoring everything. I feel like that with if I do that, we'll have more success.
Yeah, I would say that on the side, just kind of echoing that, it does look like you've been more present in the defense, especially yesterday's. I was saddened to hear that it was not the same hype level that we were having on our end, but that disgusting save that you had off the ceiling of the goal yesterday, the quick save into the recovery to the ceiling, the flip out. So it definitely looks like you've been getting involved more on that defensive half. I cannot continue with this line of questioning though, because I will let Lawler get back to it, but I have to make sure, and I'm going to get it in early here. We're just going to get the Thanksgiving food question out of the way and lighten it up.
every time,
So
man. Every time.
I have to derail. That is my job. His job is as he said, he's now helping out with Comm. My job is to derail everything that you're trying to accomplish. So I have to know, what is the one Thanksgiving food? If it's missing, it just ruins Thanksgiving. What is the one food that has to be there?
Well, I don't really like have like Thanksgiving dinner, so like I don't know like Thanksgiving food besides like ham, turkey, or something. But I would say like if there's no mashed potatoes, like I'm probably
Okay.
disappointed.
Okay, mashed
Good
potatoes.
answer.
Mashed potatoes is a solid answer for
Yeah,
any dinner. I think you can pair mashed potatoes with just about anything, and it's going to be fine and accepted.
Mashed
So
potatoes
mashed
is
potatoes
just
is a
like
solid pick.
oatmeal if you eat enough of it, man. I'm just saying, you get enough mashed potatoes, like I'm
I
happy. I don't need anything
I've
else.
definitely eaten mashed potatoes only as a meal, so I agree with that.
Bachelor life, that's how we do it. Don't take notes from us on that one, Gimmick. Gimmick, obviously, we've been watching you guys' progression. It's been really exciting to see how you guys are coming together with Comm. Is there anything that we don't know about behind the scenes that you're really excited about, or things that you've been noticing that's different from teams of the past that like just kind of get you amped up?
like what? Like
I don't know, like it just communication, or like maybe the way that you guys interact outside of the game, or just any kind of
oh
insight that you can provide to this team that's just like, this is a really cool thing that I didn't expect.
yeah. I'll definitely have to say like comms with Comm. I feel like when we scrim or attorney, it's like fun. I feel like I'm having fun talking to them, and we're not just like fully. We're trying obviously, but like during the breaks, we're like, we're talking to each other, trying to laugh and that's it. That's basically it.
I,
Good. Go ahead, super.
no, I think that's awesome. I think that that's something that is, we talk about it a lot, but I think it's something that doesn't get covered enough in this fact that you're, there is a mental side of that of being in a happy place that when you are feeling good, you are going to play better. So hearing Com bring that in, and it's definitely kind of the vibe that he gives off. He kind of just gives off from when we've interviewed him, just kind of that uplifting kind of personality. It doesn't seem like he's somebody that really gets shaken mentally. Has that really something that is showing in play? Is that something, is he like that guy that when things are down, he's the guy to kind of bring the team back in, kind of elevate the spirits? Is that kind of the role he plays within the communications?
I feel like all three of us do that, but he's definitely not like
Nice.
the player that like will get emo. He's definitely not that player, which is good. Like he'll stay calm. He'll like focus on what he has to do first, and then whatever happens afterwards, he'll like he'll deal with it. But in the moment, it's about like being just there and playing the best you can, not like letting the little stuff get to you. And I feel like he does a good job with that.
Nice.
Well, Gimmick, I'm actually curious here. I'm kind of looking at the schedule for what's coming up. Obviously, the grid is done here. You guys don't have regionals for like another week or so. I think you guys got a little bit of time. How are you guys going to be spending it? Are you guys going to continue to banter and comms and hang out, or what's the go-to here for version 1 other than scrim and anything else? Any kind of other things that you're bringing into the routine?
Uh, we replay review. That's about it, though. We replay review and then we grind scrims out a lot. That's about it.
Keep it
Cool.
simple, man.
Yeah, it's a good thing to keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Make sure that you're in there. Easy to do. Uh, what is the thing that you think? Just kind of going back to this last game before Lawler probably has a final question or two. Um, what do you think it was that on the Susquehanna Sonics that was unexpected? I know that you guys didn't have scrim experience against them. There's a lot of kind of unknowns coming into this. What was on their end that surprised you guys that maybe is something that we can work on going forward for the next regional?
I feel like today we just had a bad defense day. Like Fire was telling us like our defense was lacking today. Like we knew that too. Like all three of us, we could have done better in certain situations that we were all put in. But Sonics in general, I mean, they're a good team. I didn't really see anything crazy out of them. Like any demos that they didn't really like heavy demo or like pass a lot or like control the ball a lot. I feel like they were just a mix of everything. We just played them bad.
I wanna touch back on that with Fireburner. You talk about him, being a little bit critical of defense and stuff. If you can provide a little bit of insight to that, how's his approach as a coach? Because that's something that I've just been curious about. You hear about so many other coaches and stuff, but Fireburner, I think, just keeps his head down, does his job, which is really appreciative on my end. But is he a little bit more active in the communication during the games? Does he wait for like that 60 seconds in between? Is it something that's an ongoing process? Like, how is Fireburner interjecting his opinion into this to help you guys get better?
Yeah, usually after every game, he would say something. Like if we win, he would say, "Keep doing something that we're doing," or if we lose, he'll tell us something we should do, and then we'll follow him, of course. But sometimes when we score, that little like 10 seconds or whatever of the replay, he'll say something.
Mhm.
But that's a rare occasion. But usually it's just like after that we just follow what he says.
Yeah, that's always interesting to hear. I actually like that side of that too. Lawler is hearing kind of where the coaches come in and interject their way into conversations. It's such a different thing than traditional sports in the sense of, player comes to the sideline in the NFL, you're gonna talk to him, you can have that conversation with them while the plays are going on. This is just so constant that it's hard to make that minute by minute change. So hearing that he does get in every now and then on the goals replays, definitely something that I think is probably useful to the team. How does that play out differently for you guys on things like RLCS? I know that we're able to, with the cap of number of slots in a game, you can slot a coach in during the grid broadcast. Does it change his coaching style at all, or the way that he goes about things when you're in an RLCS broadcast where he's unable to be in the match with you?
Yeah, it sucks. He has to watch the stream to watch us, and then the stream's delayed. But I think like if the match is over, we're probably like not coming, so he knows that, and then he'll like say something, or we'll tell him. But it
All
does
right.
make it harder.
Little quality of life things that we're still hoping here for Gimmick. My quality of life thing that I want is you streaming more. That's just gonna put that out there. You've got
Streaming
8
more.
days roughly until that next regional. So I know you're gonna be scrimming and doing replay analysis, but Gimmick, if you want to tell the people where they can tune in and watch you specifically, or your social medias, any of that kind of stuff, the floor is yours, bud.
Yeah, my Twitch. I might be streaming this week a lot more since we have that week break. But yeah, twitch.tv/Gummick. Yeah. And my Twitter is
Might. I
Gimmick
hate that word.
RL.
Just do it. Just do it, Gimmick. Just do it.
I'll think about it.
Think about this. It'll make your org happy and it'll make me happy. And one of those is definitely more important. So we're going to put
Yeah.
that out there, Gimmick. Seriously, greatly appreciate you taking the time. A tough loss, but obviously looking to bounce back. Glad to see you're in positive spirits, and we always appreciate you taking the time, man. Have a good one.
You too.